of the internet. It's episode 8. We're doing part 2 of quickfire questions, which we started last week.
The isolation tapes.
Before we hop straight back into that, how are you doing, Katie?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I mean, the weather here in North Wales is a little bit dull today because I know we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. But yeah, not too bad.
Just like the people too.
How about you?
Only joking. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm
looking forward to getting back into this though.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a bit of fun. And yeah, let us know if you're enjoying this kind of thing. We can obviously do as many of things like this as people want. But yeah, no, I'm not doing too badly though. Having to record this. Normally I record the podcast on one computer, but on 2 computers. But this time my other computer decided to completely just everything about it stop working. Whenever I try to fix a problem, a new one comes up. So we're recording this on just the one computer, seeing if it actually will cope. Fingers crossed it will. But anyway,
right.
Let's dive straight in. Who did the final question last week? Was it me?
Oh,
I think it was me.
Was it?
So you need to go first, right?
Okay, well let's start with a simple question. What's your least favourite food, Tom?
Oh, rice pudding. Right,
really?
Like the dessert. Yeah, I hate that stuff.
What about jacket potatoes? That's the answer I was expecting.
Gosh. Thing
What's
is though,
worse?
jacket potatoes I will eat. I just hate with a passion. Thing is with jacket potatoes is the inside is too hot. The skin is too chewy and tastes disgusting. The only reason people have jacket potatoes is for like the tuna, the cheese, the beans, the butter that you have to put on it to make it taste nice. It's not a pleasant experience. You burn your mouth, it's tasteless and it's chewy.
But Tom, you could say that about any food, about burning your mouth, any hot food. I love a jacket potato.
It's specifically prominent in jacket potatoes.
Jacket potatoes are so easy.
Oh,
like
I'm not surprised, Katie. You, out of all people, enjoy jacket potatoes. My God.
I'm so glad I asked this question.
They're disgusting. Now,
Also, sorry, God, I feel like we're going to get into an argument here, Tom. It also depends on how you cook the potato, because you're saying that with a hard outside, that's if you put it in the oven. You can literally put a potato in the microwave for 5 minutes and it's cooked, and it's quite nice with some beans or whatever.
Well, I've never cooked a jacket potato for myself, and so whenever someone else has made one for me, they've been shit at making jacket potatoes because they've all tasted horrible.
Tom, I'll make you one day.
No, you won't. I won't eat it. Well, no. Okay, the thing is, the reason why the rice pudding I genuinely really, really hate, and I don't think I would actually eat it.
Is that the texture?
I don't know. It's just not nice. Rice pudding as a dessert. It used to like give me trauma at primary school whenever they used to do it at school dinners.
Right, that's a little bit dramatic.
No, because you wouldn't be able to leave the dining room until you'd finished. So
God, that just wouldn't be the case now. Imagine some child would go home, Mum, I wasn't allowed to leave the dinner hall until I ate.
I had serious worries that everyone would go back to like go and like play football at lunchtime or something, like go on their break, and then like they'd go into lessons and I'd just still be sat there at the table just with a rice pudding in front of me, be like, I cannot eat this. And I'm not a particularly fussy person, no, but I will eat a jacket potato. I just don't like it. Whereas with a rice pudding, I genuinely I'd really struggle actually eating it, but I am so not fussy, and like I'll eat absolutely everything else.
Now I know that you'll eat a jacket potato. I didn't realise that.
I'll eat a jacket potato. I'll just hate every minute of it because it's not good food. Anyway, moving on. Throwing it back a little bit to episode 1.
Oh.
If you met yourself 10 years ago, what would you say to yourself? Any tips? I don't know.
I would tell myself to make sure that if my brother's kicking a rugby ball, to not go anywhere near him, because then I wouldn't have a broken nose. I'd just tell myself to just. Well, I don't have any regrets.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, I didn't think that actually this is.
I just think just enjoy yourself, and just do what I've done. Not saying that I've lived a perfect life, but.
Okay, as a follow-up, a very brief follow-up, what do you think young Katie would say back to you, or think of you, if she saw you at 19?
I think she'd say stop worrying about things.
You think 9-year-old Katie would give you a bit of wisdom and advice like that?
Yes, I think she would, because believe it or not, I was quite a wise 9-year-old, and I have been told that.
Okay, fair enough.
Tom, what's your spirit animal?
Oh my god. I also realised editing the last episode, whenever you ask me a question, I just go, oh my god.
I think it's because I'm pretty happy with all these questions.
I think I'm a Labrador because I'm bubbly and everyone loves me. No, I don't know. I think, it'd probably have to be some sort of dog. I do quite like dogs. Or a bird.
Standard procedure, a dog.
I bloody love, like, maybe something... Well, how do you choose a spirit animal? Something that represents you or something you want to be?
So, well, it could be anything. It's your own interpretation. Do you want, when you say a bird, do you want to be like a predator? Do you want to be like one that's
predator, not Jack.
Do you want to be one that's like in the garden? Do you want to be a tropical bird? Like,
no, I think I don't know. I am quite. I do like being by myself.
I work at a zoo, like.
I don't know. I'd say a lab because they like people and.
Do you reckon you'd be a vulture?
No. Birds just aren't particularly warm. They're just cool. I hope I'm warm. I don't know. That's just any kind of dog. Okay. A saggy basset. Might not be the prettiest, but I've got a good heart, Jake.
Oh, you sound like you're supposed to be on Take Me Out or something.
Okay, so Katie, you meet the man of your dreams. Okay.
Okay.
Or the woman of your dreams. You know.
Oh well. Okay. I hope it's going to be a man.
Well, we're accepting on this show.
Exactly. On this show.
You go on 4 or 5 dates, get on really, really well. You're really, really into this guy. Then all of a sudden you discover that politically you are completely incompatible. So obviously you're a raging fascist. So he, for example, would be he would see someone like Jeremy Corbyn as the equivalent of Hitler. And like you argue, and there's you cannot come to any sort of agreement. You just completely politically disagree on absolutely everything. Do you stop dating him, or do you just? Are you not bothered by that? You can see through it. You carry on.
I don't think politics is everything to a person. I think I'd see how things would go and then review the situation at a later date.
Yeah, so like you'd be absolutely best friends, but whenever it got political, you'd have huge arguments.
Yeah, I think that. Well, it literally depends. I'm not being funny, but like I wouldn't want to be going out with like a Nazi. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Oh, I was going to ask you that later on. I'll tick off that question now.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be in a relationship with a Nazi. No. That's just not happening. It depends on what they believe, what they think is right. Like they have So it would literally depend on the situation.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Tom, what is a film that made you cry?
Oh, well, we did this. I said, well, Marvelous made me cry. That made me ball. I'm trying to think. What was the last film that made me cry? I did cry at a film quite recently. Oh my, I can't remember. Well, Marvelous, obviously, which I said was my favourite film last week, absolutely made me bawl. I don't know. What film?
Not Wolf of Wall Street, no?
No, I think I might have cried. Wasn't the Great... No, I didn't cry in the Great Gatsby.
No, surely not. Obviously, if you did cry, that's fine, but...
Oh, maybe... What's the other one? Spike Island. Not Spike Island.
Shutter
Island. Spike Island. Yeah, when the children all die.
Oh, Tom, I've not seen it.
Oh shit. But I didn't cry anywhere near as much as I did at Marvelous.
So Marvelous is just up there.
Marvelous, I literally think the time I cried at Marvelous was probably the worst I've ever. Definitely the top 3 worst times I've ever cried.
Oh, well, I really want to watch that film again, but I can't find it anywhere.
Katie, what do you think happens to us when we die?
Now that's quite a big question to ask. I would hope that we actually do get is it reincarnated into an animal? So like
you genuinely would want that to happen?
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
If that happened to me, I think I just spend all that time being, God, I wish I was a person though. I mean, animals are great, but I reckon people have a nicer life in most cases.
Well, you wouldn't know that, would you? You're not an animal. Well, it depends. Are you an animal? Are you an animal, Tom?
But as a dog, I'd just be like, I want to play guitar. Or as a eagle soaring, I'd be like, this is great, depends. But
would you be reincarnated as, like, I mean, in my mind, I wouldn't think that a person would get reincarnated as the age that they passed away. I think life would start up again, wouldn't it?
Well, it isn't. I don't know how you're converting yourself into an animal. So
yeah,
but I don't. Do you believe in reincarnation, or you hope for reincarnation?
I hope that's the thing, because I think that's
okay.
What?
No, I don't. But I well.
I would like to think that after death, that isn't everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Tom, is there life in space? Are there aliens?
Oh my god, that's my next question to you.
Oh my god.
Yes, I think if the universe is infinite, statistically there has to be some kind of life out there that, I mean, we might not be able to comprehend it. It might not be anything like humans. It might literally be like, I don't know, funny looking ants. But yeah, I think if the universe is infinite, statistically there has to be
funny looking ants.
A lot of other life out there somewhere. But I don't think we will ever find it. That's my TED talk.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite glad you didn't ask me, because I don't have a say on the matter. I don't really know if they're. I don't know. So yeah.
Katie.
Tom.
Graffiti. Do you think it's art or vandalism?
Oh, I think it is vandalism. Yes, it's a form of art.
Well, because there's a distinction between
yes.
Yeah, but there is a distinction between street art and graffiti. Like, graffiti's like tagging, and street art's like Banksy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, graffiti's graffiti, isn't it? Like, yeah. Oh, I'm asking you now. I'm thinking, right, ask me a question.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, the awkward. Well, I don't know why I'm apologising. Yeah, it's your go.
Right, Tom. Grapefruit or watermelons?
Oh, this has been my favourite question so far. Watermelons. I really like watermelons. Lovely, refreshing,
not gonna
cleansing. What some might say.
Oh, funny. Do you get like a shockwave going through you when you have it?
No, I wouldn't quite go that far. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Katie, what is your favourite item of clothing that you own?
Do you mean like if it's a jumper or a specific thing?
It can be absolutely anything. Any item of clothing.
If I'm completely honest with you, and it's a bit of a touchy subject, my favourite item was my hat.
Your massive bobble hat. Is that the one you're wearing on the front cover of the podcast?
No, it's not. We're both wearing the same hat in that,
yes,
Tom.
That's my hat.
But no, the favourite item that I had was my beanie hat, but I left it on the train home when I came home in February, so it's never to be seen again, and it's actually really upsetting. Quite a few people have said to me, "You're not you without your hat."
There's no. Have you emailed them and been like, "I don't suppose you," and sent them a picture? I don't suppose this has been handed in or anything.
Right, Tom. Where are we now? April, 2 months ago.
Well, they'll have a lost property. I don't know. I mean, I was about to say not many people steal hats, but I've stolen 2 hats, one from a club and or 2 from nightclubs. But
the hat I've replaced I found that as well.
Well, you never know. Someone might not have kept it for themselves. Well, to be fair, one was a Guinness cap and one was the beanie. The beanie in the podcast picture I found on the floor at Hidden. But I washed it lots of times. Fair enough. It's your go.
Glad. If you were to get a tattoo, where would it be, and what would it be?
Well, if I became like a rugby player and had like big fucking arms, I would have got like a little like Samoan tribal thing because I thought they looked sick on people with big arms. But because I'm not, I don't know. I've always liked. I don't know why, but I'd always thought maybe like just a line drawing of a jigsaw piece. I don't know why. I don't even like jigsaws, but I don't know where it'd be, like on my forearm or on my ankle. Actually, no, not my ankle. Maybe my forearm.
So it's not something. Would it be something that has meaning to you, or
maybe?
Because the way I think about like tattoos is, it's something that's going to be there forever, unless obviously you wanted to get rid of it. I would want something that has meaning.
Yeah, they might have a meaning. I don't know. Nah. Ooh.
I like that though. That's quirky. That jigsaw. I think I might have that. Thanks, Tom.
I went to see Ash, and I noticed the bass player had a tattoo of the Millennium Falcon on his forearm.
I'm guessing that's a band.
Ash, yeah, they were quite big a while ago, but yeah, the bass player he must have been in his 40s, and he had a tattoo of the Millennium Falcon, the Star Wars spaceship, on his wrist, and I just thought, no. No, I would never get a tattoo, but if I would, yeah, probably a jigsaw, or maybe like, I don't know. Alex Turner's got quite a cool tattoo where it's like the shield of Sheffield, like the.
Quite patriotic then.
Well, it's just like it's where he grew up and stuff, but I don't know. I wouldn't want. I don't know if Lewisham has a shield. I don't really have much affiliation with Lewisham anymore, so I don't think I can do that. No. My go. What's the weirdest song or band that you listen to? Doesn't have to be regularly. Or if someone was going through your Spotify, they'd find this song and be like, "What? You listen to this?"
I mean, there's a song that distinctively like sticks out in my mind. I think it's called "Later Bitches."
Great, that's
nice. It's "Later Bitches" by the Prince Karma. It's a really random song, and I heard it I was once listening to German radio, and I heard it off there. And it's just quite a random song. I mean, it's not bad at all. Like, I do listen to it, but it's just the lyrics are quite random.
Oh, fair enough. Cool.
So I would recommend. It's a rather random song, but why not?
I'll give it a dabble, maybe at some point.
What was the first song you ever learnt on the guitar?
I learnt the Bond. I've actually got a guitar next to me. I learnt the Bond, the bass line, the doom 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 doom. But obviously that's like, well, it's actually doom 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 doom. But that's only 4 notes. The first song in its entirety, I don't know. And then I learnt a lot of like just bass lines for like Arctic Monkey tunes, like Fluorescent Adolescent and.
But
Why Do You Call Me High?
First one was James Bond, like the first thing you learned.
But those were like riffs, yeah. But the first, I can't remember the first song I learned from start to finish. It would probably be a Killers or a Monkey tune. It might be. I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, or Somebody Told Me.
Somebody.
Killers, yeah, because that's what the band played first.
That used to be on SingStar. God, what a time to be alive! I know all the lyrics to that.
But when you start playing guitar, you just play riffs because you think they're cool, and then you realise that they're not cool, and you never play riffs ever again. That's what I discovered anyway.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's my go. Describe your ideal 3-course meal: starter, main, dessert.
Oh, Tom. For a starter, I think I'd have like a soup of some kind.
Not calamari.
Oh yeah, calamari.
Well, no, it's obviously your 3-course meal, but
no, Tom, I'd have calamari. And then I obviously, I do try and, try with the vegan type of things, but honestly, it's just gotta be done. I'd have calamari as a starter. I'd have a turkey roast dinner for the main, with like some nice stuffing, and then I'd have I think maybe a vegan brownie with some vegan ice cream.
Just to get the veganism in there.
No, because
I'm trying my best.
That would actually make me feel unwell. Remember the dairy. So
yes, of course. God, I forgot. Yeah, not living with you. I forget that. how you used to always moan about that. Fair enough.
Well, I'm sorry that it's just the way I am. Thomas David Parran, what's the most important thing that uni has taught you?
Oh God.
It could be about yourself, about how you've gone about things. It could be anything. It could be money. The world is your calamari.
The connection just went there, but we did get you saying the world is your calamari. I don't know. It's taught me a lot. Well, certainly the most important thing it's taught me is definitely nothing to do with aerospace engineering. I'd say it's probably I don't know, maybe a confidence thing, like being sort of sufficient in a city and not relying on people to cook for you and wash your clothes and stuff like that. You know, like doing things for yourself and organising things yourself.
Yeah.
So probably independence and confidence, but probably also the more you say no, I think the more you end up like regretting as well. I think a lot of time, like I remember first year saying I said no to a lot of things because I was like, I wanted to stay in my comfort zone, and then I ended up regretting a lot of things. So probably, obviously, to an extent, don't say no, just do it.
Yeah.
Katie, what are, some of or just your most cherished memories?
Oh, that's a really nice question. Cherished memories. I quite like thinking about when I was younger in my old house, and like how just the essence of just like playing out. Do you know what I mean? Like going out with friends, just literally it was just so easy, and like people's birthday parties. Little things like that. Like I used to absolutely love like when it was my birthday and people would come around. And also like little memories, like I remember my mum like listening to a song in the kitchen, like knowing it's like a summer's day, and like there's like a top and a skirt that she always wore that she still has. And like I don't know, it always reminds me of my childhood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What's the name of your first pet?
Oh god. We had two fish called Bubble and Squeak.
Aww.
We got them at the same time, so I can't remember which one was mine, but I don't think either of them was mine. We then got fish after that. Well, we got some more fish after that, and mine was called Philip. Philip the fish.
Of course it was.
But Bubble and Squeak, yeah.
Do you know, Tom?
What?
I was going to say, Kezia once asked me to look after her fish. Her fish was called Tank, and she got Tank from, prom day. We used to have prom day, like the extravaganza, and I looked after Tank. She'd had it for ages, and Tank died when I had Tank.
Oh my gosh.
And she...
Out of neglect?
I know. I don't know if she... No, I looked after the fish.
You don't like your terrapins? I can just imagine you putting your hand in the bowl and just grabbing Tank. Was Tank a big fish?
No, it was only a little goldfish. I've looked after the terrapins quite well recently. Not looked after, but we've bonded over quarantine. But no, I used to have fish myself, and I used to love having fish. Anyway, but I don't know if she's ever forgiven me. Right, continue.
Well, I wouldn't have.
Right.
When are you at your most happiest?
When I'm with my friends, or yeah, when I'm with my friends, I think. When I'm around good people who make me laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, like right now.
You made me laugh. Tom, you're stuck on an island. What 5 things would you take with you?
5? I'd take an acoustic guitar. I'd take...
You've got your basic, like, drink water and your diabetes stuff there, by the way.
I'd take my guitar, I'd take my drum machine. I'd take... Can I take my phone?
You can if you want.
I'd take my phone, provided that it doesn't run out of charge. Because that's got... Mainly for music. I'm not gonna... Just so I can listen to my tunes. My bed. What about clothes?
You can. I mean, obviously you're gonna have some form of clothes, but they won't be like top of the range, you know.
Well, I wouldn't want them to get messed up. And a notebook.
Lovely.
So yeah, bed, guitar, drum machine, phone, notebook, probably.
Very nice.
Katie, would you rather look like a fish or smell like one?
Look like one.
Oh well, you're halfway there.
Tom, is there any trend that you wish would come back?
Trend I wish would come back.
So I was thinking, do you know what I was wondering for you? I was wondering, like, chinos.
No, I don't like
Or
chinos.
I was wondering if you were going to say curtains.
See, I hate curtains when they're on other people. I just don't mind them on me. No, I don't. No, not that I can think of. Because like long hair wouldn't be one.
What about, is there any
Definitely
trends
not
from, like...
chinos. I hate chinos. I live in jeans.
Right, I'm sorry. Maybe you had a chino phase.
Well, I think I did have a chino phase, but it wasn't something I'd want to bring back.
What about like style from like, I don't know, the 80s or like
fairs, yeah, greasers, or I really like how the Sopranos dress. I don't know if that was ever a phase, but no, I do quite like greasers, like leather jackets and stuff. I think that'd be quite cool. But also, like, you see, like, through the ages, people were like really, really smart back in the day, but the Sopranos style is like baggy t-shirts or like short sleeve shirts.
What do you mean greasers?
Greasers are like in Greece, boys with like greasy, like coiffed hair and like leather jackets and jeans, and they put like petroleum jelly in their hair.
So you're talking petroleum jelly?
That's what it was. That's like
not Vaseline, no.
Is that petroleum? I don't know.
I think so.
No, it's not. No, it's not Vaseline. You wouldn't put Vaseline in your hair.
Would you? But
no, it's like
I think Vaseline is a form of petroleum jelly.
Yeah, but Vaseline's too dense.
So you're talking about like grease, as in like
the film.
The film,
the
like
guys
that.
In that, yeah.
Really, you'd want that?
Yeah, or like mods. I like the mod style, like pinstripe suits and like loafers and. Yeah, I don't know if I'd particularly suit it, but I did. They were very nicely dressed, the old mods.
The old mods.
And then obviously the Sopranos, loafers, short sleeve shirts, baggy shirts, suit trousers. Yeah.
Baggy trousers, yep, standard.
Katie, what do you do to cheer yourself up if you're ever feeling down?
It depends. Sometimes I'll spend time by myself. I could look through photos or watch a film that I like, usually the likes of La La Land, or I'll speak to people who want to listen to me.
God, it must be tough to find them.
Oi.
Your go.
Is there anywhere in the world that you would absolutely love to go, like a dream holiday destination?
I really want to go West Coast America. California, Los Angeles, that region. I also really like to go to like Samoa.
Where's that?
It's like round near. I think it's around near New Zealand, isn't it? Like it's a Pacific island.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, I think it's around there. Probably, yeah. No, I think Samoa. Oh, then again, I'd quite like to go to Russia, to be fair, but I wouldn't say that's a dream holiday. No, I don't know, somewhere hot and cool. Well, West Coast America, California.
Yep.
Katie, dogs or cats?
Cats.
Oh, wrong.
No, I mean I know Gary the cat ran away from me. But it doesn't matter, I'm still a cat person.
Alright, fair enough.
I do like dogs, however, cats just for me at the minute, they're just like easy, aren't they? You know?
No.
I feel like I relate to a cat, like they're just quite chilled out, just doing what they want, you know?
My impression of cats is they just hate people. They just want to be by themselves all the time.
Well, have you ever had a cat?
No.
Well, there we go. You know?
Maybe.
What do you do to relax or wind down?
Oh, play guitar, probably, or play guitar, listen to music. Maybe whack on the old PS4 if I'm.
That's what you do to relax. Go on your PS4.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's something.
That's not.
Something I do when I've got nothing better to do.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily relaxing. Like, you know, like if you want to go to bed. Well, I suppose it depends what.
Oh, so like before, watch The Sopranos. Nah, it would probably be play music or like you can play on the PS4 to relax. Nah, probably maybe. I don't know. I spend a lot of time just watching things on YouTube.
Yeah. Sometimes you get sucked into like the YouTube web.
Yeah. Probably that. Katie.
Mm-hmm.
What are you enjoying most about lockdown?
I'm enjoying doing things that I wouldn't usually do. So, painting, doing a lot of painting at the minute, furniture.
Oh, the bench.
The bench.
The bench.
The garage.
God.
Reading.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought I'd pick up a book?
How you going with that book?
I'm not gonna lie, because of the painting, I haven't been doing as much reading. But the past 2 days I've read a little bit more. So like I'm over 300 pages. Maybe I'm like 330 pages out of 500. But like I haven't read for the past like 5 days. So
fair enough.
So like I was doing quite well. But I'm quite liking not going on my phone and doing, you know, like being distracted doing other things.
Yeah.
Like if this was normal Easter, I'd be working and I just wouldn't be doing this. I've also done a little bit of baking as well, which I've quite liked.
Nice.
And I used to like baking. Like
what
I used to like baking.
Oh, that vegan lemon drizzle cake.
Vegan lemon drizzle cake, yeah.
Filthy. Nice.
And my mum made a chocolate mayonnaise cake yesterday.
Good God.
Because you can use mayonnaise as a substitute for eggs. Literally, you would have no idea, Tom. You actually wouldn't have a clue. Literally, I told people this yesterday.
It's not like the icing.
No, oh my God, no! I was on a video call yesterday, and everyone's face when I said about a chocolate mayonnaise cake. I was like, right, guys, I don't know what I've done here, but it literally, if you taste it, you wouldn't notice the difference. Yeah. So, what's your favourite lyrics of any song?
Oh, my goodness.
This is quite a big question.
That's ridiculously hard. I need to think of my favourite songs. I really like things like I think I'm going to start thinking about where I think I'm more interested in like the melody than the actual lyrics.
That's fair enough.
I like Hamilton Lighthouse's song called Heaven, and the chorus is "Remember, remember all we fight for," and it's over like these really like jangly. Well, it's an A and an E chord, very jangly. It's really nice. Running with the World, that Spinning Coin song, I really like, but the lyrics aren't particularly that impressive. Thinking of Strokes one. I just this is really hard, Katie.
I'm sorry.
I really like the bridge in another Hamilton Lighthouse's song.
So
it's Walkman's song, but it's very depressing. When I used to go out, I'd know everyone I saw. Now I go out alone if I go out at all.
Oh.
But you have to listen to like the music behind it. But obviously that's incredibly depressing.
Just because it's maybe not the most uplifting song doesn't mean it's like not your favourite lyrics or whatever. Like it's quite like a deep song.
I'm trying to think of Strokes songs. The only lyric I can think of at the Strokes that I quite like is one where it goes, now she's staring wide-eyed, can't close her eyes. But I don't know why I'm thinking that I like that lyric. That's from Meet Me in the Bathroom. Oh no, my favourite lyric is Tank Fly, Boss Walk, Jam Nitty Gritty, and listening to the boys from the Big Bad City. Dub Be Good to Me, or it's Meet Me in the Club.
Meet Me in
the club. No,
well, when you said then about something about the bathroom, I did want to say that, but I was like, no, I won't.
Jesus Land doesn't have that many amazing lyrics in. It's just a good song. Smallest Splinter by Hamilton Lighthouse has got quite good lyrics in, but I can't think of them. I'll Never Love Again by Hamilton Lighthouse is quite a good song, but I can't think
you
of them.
You quite like a bit of Hamilton Lighthouse.
Yeah. 505, I Crumble Completely When You Cry. This is turning into a bit of an essay.
Yeah, it is, I can tell.
Do I Want to Know? That's got good lyrics in. Even though it's, like, lyrically, that's a good song. Too Busy Being Yours to Fall for Somebody New. Alexandra Saviour, the bridge where it goes really high until you're mine. Do you think she feels like she's being watched, maybe not, when the music stops?
Okay,
All you've got is a risky photo. Bathroom mirror moment. Smoke show, she's fine. Perfect kissing height. Yeah, she suits you all right. I won't stop until you're mine. That's the... You and me dancing. She don't love me like you.
Okay, right. Nice one.
I don't know. Actually, Heaven. Remember all we fight for. I can just cut all that out. Katie. I think. Well, should this be the last one? Do you have any more?
Can I ask you one more?
Okay, I've got one more then. One musical act that you'll never be able to see, but you wish you could.
Queen.
Yeah, fair standard. Yeah.
I think that would literally be amazing.
Mm.
You know, for Live Aid. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the film. Have you seen the film Bohemian Rhapsody? We've
No,
spoken
I
about
want to,
this.
though. I've seen Starman, which was really good, but obviously, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody came out at a similar kind of time.
I thought you hadn't watched it because it makes the Live Aid show like quite emotional. Like I watched the actual live one on YouTube after I watched the film. It was actually quite emotional to watch, and I just think that would have been like amazing to see live.
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking when I watched Starman, did I cry? Going back to the earlier question, but I don't think I did. But it is quite a sad film.
And last question, Tom. Okay. What's the most random thing you own?
Most random thing I own?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, if I could say anything, I'd say looking behind you at the Marmite collection.
Yeah, I'm not in my bedroom. I'm in the playroom, the room where I play. Yeah, but I don't really own that. That's a family thing. But yeah, Mum's a graphic designer and dabbles in Marmite. We'll post a picture on the Instagram so you can see what I'm talking about. We've just, whenever like a new Marmite jar comes out, we put it on a shelf. But we eat it first and wash out the jars. But we've got some ones. We've got some customised ones. We've got Guinness ones. We've got one that doesn't have any writing on. There's even a jigsaw and a biscuit tin up there. I don't know. A most random thing I own. I own part of a hot poker that I ended up bringing back from Spoons, Bury St Edmunds. They've got like a by the fireplace. It's probably not the place to be admitting this. I found it in my pocket when I came back home, and it's part of. You know, you have like it's got a fake fireplace and it's got one of those things where it hangs like hot pokers off, which is supposed to poke the fire to make it flame. I've got part of one of those.
Right. Okay. Well, that is rather random.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
that's the end of our random questions.
That was, and I've finished my. It was incredibly hard not to burp whilst doing that, drinking the pint.
Oh well, I'm having a lovely
sipping G&Ts.
Yes. Well, should we go into this week? We asked on the Instagram if anyone has picked up any skills within isolation.
Yes.
And got quite a few responses. Someone's saying Josh Rowlands learned to play the guitar and a bit of woodwork.
Learned to play the guitar in 3 weeks, or whatever it's been.
I have heard him like playing it a bit, and it seems like he's doing all right.
Fair.
Josh, if you listen to this, you're doing amazing, sweetie. You are. Amy Rich Tea Biscuit, she was saying it was the wrong time of year, but she's doing knitting, which is actually something I've always wanted to do, but I've just never like sat down and done it. And well, now is the perfect time, so she's got the right gist. Josh Finch has said not drinking.
I presume that means alcohol. He's not just sitting there completely dehydrated. Yeah.
So, which is a fair point. I was saying before, you know, some people in isolation haven't had anything to drink, no alcohol at all. Some people have actually been drinking quite a lot. Some people, you know, have been doing like video calls, you know, like virtual, like as if you're on like going for drinks or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not drinking as much as I did at uni. I was trying to use this period as a detox, but haven't really been able to in reality.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't drank that much, but
well, all the alcohol in this house is free, so I kind of have to drink it, and it's much nicer than what I have to buy from New Zealand wines.
And Amy Mulford, she was saying about fixing the patio and baking quite a lot, so
DIY,
a little bit of DIY going on there.
Fantastic.
It's quite nice.
Do we have any little things? Obviously, we normally do this at the beginning, but we're going to have to do this at the end.
I mean, little things, I'm not sure, but I had the deer. There's obviously you have the goats in Wales. Today on the news, we had a deer in the centre of Bury St Edmunds just patrolling round. But people have been demanding, Katie, we do regular goat updates. So we will look into that. If we get any more funny videos or pictures, we'll whack them on the old Instagram. And also the NHS clap yesterday. We on my road, obviously last week we had someone with a trumpet. This week we had a fly past. Oh, you're kidding me? No.
Yeah, I am. It was a 747 flying into the military base just to the northwest of Bury St Edmunds, but it came over our road at like 3,000 feet, which for a 747 is incredibly low.
That's crazy.
And I thought, well, that constitutes a fly past in my eyes.
Wow, I'm glad.
But
I was thinking the Instagram challenges that are going on at the minute, like the 5Ks. There are different.
Chopping pints.
Chopping pints, very British. I love how there's like a global pandemic. What does the UK do? Nominate people to drink pints.
Yeah.
Like those handstand ones. I actually need to do that, but I don't know if I'll actually do that because I don't know if I can. Like that's like doing a handstand but trying to put like a t-shirt on.
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that.
I just think like I did the 5K yesterday. I'm in a lot of pain today, like a lot. But I wouldn't have done that if like all this, you know, hadn't have happened. So like it's quite a lot of community spirit, like everyone almost keeping people like their spirits quite high, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I think this would be so much harder without social media as well, if you think right.
Exactly. And also it's just like a nice thing in keeping in touch with people.
Another thing we worked out some point this week we hit 800 streams across all platforms: SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. So obviously thank you very much. We didn't actually expect it to ever be that much. Obviously this is episode 8, so
and obviously
it's
like
quite a few episodes, but yeah thank you very much. We hope you carry on enjoying. And obviously you mentioned last week we're no longer uploading to SoundCloud. Let us know if this is a problem, but I don't think it will. And well, actually, there's nothing we're not going to do anything about it. If you don't like the fact that we're not uploading to SoundCloud, there's nothing we're going to do about it. So you can send us that you're upset, and I don't know, watch them on YouTube. No, you can watch them on anything else for free.
And if anyone does want to email us, you know, the little
we're
thing. We're
still waiting for a fucking email.
I love answering emails, and I would love to answer one, but no one sent one in. So, any questions, any queries, do let us know. Yeah,
well, I think that's everything. Next week we'll be probably back to normality, where we'll just be discussing a question. I've got an exam next week. Well, we'll work it out. We might have a break, or we will just do it a different day.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
it's back to the uni week next week. I've got some seminars or whatever.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
Well, I've been Tom.
I've been Katie.
You've been listening to The Little Things in Life. Stay safe. Thank you for listening.
Look after yourselves. Thanks for listening.
Arrivederci.